F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up? What is going down, fellas? What is up?
Labor Day special joint. What's good?
Special.
AKA
in the heezy.
Put your gats out.
Labor Day
throw some shots in the air, man. Let's go.
Only
man.
in the air. Yeah. Only in the air.
In the air, man. Do a federal, man. You know what I'm saying? Do a federal.
Don't
VU.
bucket nobody. That iceberg is over.
Easy. You got J.Cole in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good?
Sir. What's cracking?
What's going on, man? How was the Labor Day joint?
Good, man. Got to relax.
I seen little homie. He was doing his thing with the pool joint, man. You know what I'm saying? With water pool joint.
Yeah, when you get a nail it in the building, man, you know how they do, man. They be wild.
He was having like his Dre day for real, you know what I mean?
He really was, man. You know, he lives for the moments.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
DOP was good, man. Circle City's finest was goody.
Hey, man, just glad
bedroom
to give.
bully style.
Bedroom bully, let's go. You know
hey, the bedroom bully, or rather the couch bully, is K-Dot. So we'll get to that. But yeah, shout out to everybody out there. Happy Labor Day. Hope y'all got to rock.
Put your cool phone. Bebo B got the cool phone. Already going in on my
just stating a little, just stating a little teaser, but hope y'all just man,
I'm with you. I'm with the Kenny fans. So like,
first of all, if you coming in here, man, tell us what y'all did for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what's going down, man. What y'all did, man. You got some drink. Tell us what you drank. What you got? What you got tonight, J. Cam?
I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't.
Ain't no brown.
That's a change. All right.
I had some brown earlier, but I had to get right for the show though. If I was on the brown that I was on like 2-3 hours ago, I'd be done right now. Speech been all slurred and everything. Nah,
hey man, that's how we do though. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Shout out LB the Podfather, man, holding it down. I know he had some water park or somewhere. You know what I'm saying, with the fam.
Man,
salute
to LB.
Man.
Shout out to the water
Black
too.
Iceberg, how was your holiday, bro?
They had me on the grill for the first time, man.
And
they set me up for failure because they put too much charcoal on the grill.
You too bright to be on the grill, Iceberg.
Hey man, this thing, man. I have my Yeezys on. I didn't have them Jesus. Yeah. I was
have the grill joint.
Hey, he probably wore that kiss the chef apron. You know
this thing. I was real talk, man. I was extra young on that grill, man. They set me up for failure because they put too much charcoal in that joint. It took forever to get that mug ashy.
Okay, so give you some wood chips, some liquid smoke.
Man.
Yeah,
we had some pimp steaks, man, and some
pimp steaks,
man. You know what I'm saying, and some
burgers.
You know what I'm saying,
man.
But we held it down the while though. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, when you said you was young on that grill, I was hoping you didn't put real gas instead of lighter fluid in there, bro.
They set me up for failure, bro. You can never put. You can't put too much charcoal in them, especially them ghetto grills, man. Them grills that your grandfather had that he pulled out from the garage.
Yeah.
But other
than
that,
a lot of them barrels be like cast iron though. So they'll last for decades though.
Forever.
They set
me even sitting outside, they still last for decades.
Right, with the rust on the edges, them boys will still throw down.
He set me up today, man. But we made it through though. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. I got pictures to show how they set me up too. So I'm gonna say
that's what's up then.
But
and as always too, want to make sure we shout out to the NBA store. I know the season kicks off like mid-October, October 16th to 18ish. Make sure you know what I'm saying. You put that code in, get the $25 off the shipping. You know what I mean? Look, FRSHOUT's gonna bless you. Yeah. I know y'all want that rust brick jersey. I know somebody
the African kid's gonna be wearing
that. Man, the one that, especially if he go to the Utah Jazz. Pause.
Man. Hey, hit that subscribe and notification bell and that like button if y'all haven't, and hit up the super
Sally Struthers,
the super chats, because not only Sally need the money. Hey, fresh
that bread too, all day, man.
Not only The new Rap City, where the new Sally
Touch.
Man, shout out to
What's
Touch,
good?
man. Let me get
Touch
it.
182.
The bomb
Happy
with
Labor
it, man.
Day,
man.
bro.
Give
Happy
Touch
Labor
that
Day, bro.
bomb.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Touch
saying? We
the
tapping
bomb. The bomb diggity.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Again,
yeah.
copy jerseys, t-shirts, man. If you're in the doghouse with your girlfriend, get a little jersey. You know what I'm saying? Cop one NBA store, man.
Another K-Dot reference.
Yeah, man.
Or
Yeah,
a fab.
man.
Or a fab
Yeah.
reference.
Or a fab. All right.
Fab
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, hey, man, we got a good show, man. We gonna go in, man, today. We got a good show, man. You see who we gonna be talking about today, man. We got a real good show, man. Get your libations, get your brown, get your white, get your vodka, whatever you got going on. Sit back.
Cheers.
Jay Kemp's gonna hold it down. Bebo P's holding it down. Labor Day night, man. You done had all the fun with the fam.
Baby.
Hold it down.
Holding it down.
Peace to TBS Les too.
Tap in with us, man. Yeah.
Peace to Donna.
Man, red pill less, Doc. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
Oh, so much red pill.
Stop.
Speaking of red pill, man, we gotta talk about Diddy. Sus Diddy, man, finally getting in them the studio with Dre. You see how Dre holding it down, like, hey, man,
just for me.
JSTFRME. Then we got Stacey Dash over here fake crying, man, about DMX's death, even though it happened a year ago.
She probably stole that Khaled tear.
And then shout out to my man, Fayetteville, North Carolina representative, man, J.Cole, man, on the cover of the NBA2K23. Since the whole game is trash, now you can play your My Player up in the joint with my man J.Cole and put on them horrible sneakers that he got, them Dreamer joints.
Oh, wow.
What's your thoughts, man, on the shout outs, man, real quick? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I want to start from the going backwards. You know what I'm saying? I want to start with,
okay.
Yeah, I want to start with Cole first.
Okay.
I mean, I get it what 2K is doing. I mean, it's damn near close to the Meg Stallion twerk.
Wow.
It's almost that, like, you trying too hard to get me to copy.
Oh, pass the Koofy down, Bebo. Pass the Koofy down.
Yeah, already.
You know
right on down
like,
there.
I appreciate that, my guy.
No problem, man.
Yeah, you trying too hard to get me to cop that 2K23 on PS5. You know what I'm saying? With the limited availability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that download.
I don't need the J. Cole on there to get me to cop it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get it. Like, 2K been doing this for years. Like, they've been going down this path of having the hip hop exclusively featured on the game all through it. And really, sometimes 2K be releasing joints that we ain't heard from artists.
Oh, the soundtrack is. Oh, by the way, the soundtrack is silly, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So they always had a good soundtrack, but I'm just saying, like, having J. Cole on the front, that's not gonna just make me want to run and grab it. Maybe the J. Cole stand, but it's like, again, like, they trying too hard to get the bag. It's the same thing Disney is doing now as well. But shout out to Cole, though. Get the bag, Cole.
Get the bag.
Like Iceberg said, we got to do something about them sneakers, though, fam. We got to do a come up on that one. Yes, the fart sound, everything. Like, we got to do a come up on them sneakers. We that ain't it. That ain't it. But we already know.
Mall Walkers 2000s. 2 laps and you're out of there.
They basically just like the New Balance 2023 versions. That's all they are. I mean, the redneck. The redneck dude named Rusty gonna be rocking the J. Barney gonna be rocking the J.
You know what I'm saying?
The J. Cole's, the Air Dreamers.
Some nightmares, dude. No Bruce.
Right. Shout out to B Young.
Shout out, man.
That's the guy.
Worse.
But
peace to Bruce.
We already know how Miss Dash get down. You know what I'm saying? She's been on that buffoonery for.
Hey, man, she still looks so good, though.
Yeah, she's still solid.
Dang.
I mean, but looks can always be deceiving for what's up here, though.
Red pill camper.
Hey, Dash, listen. Listen, Dash done got hemmed up in my area already. She's like a county north of me. So she done been hemmed up already down this way. So you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of fool.
Decatur Red, dog. That's a new name. Man. Decatur Red, dog. You know what I'm
saying? She already done been hemmed up, man. You know, shedding a tear now over DMX. I mean, I get it. Facts, she's ugly on the inside.
Oh, wow.
She's beautiful on the outside, but the inside is just but ugly. Is what that is, man. And the fact that she
wasted talent.
The fact that they called the cops on her though, like we ain't gonna go in on that though. But they, you know, she did get hemmed up. They threw her on the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? She got hemmed up. But
and Zaddy didn't even come to get
Zaddy didn't get her. Bottom shelf.
Now Zaddy left her out there. That's what I'm saying. That's the type of situations that she's dealing with. That's why we said beautiful on the outside. Looks great. Hershey bar on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Butt.
Lovely. On the inside, she's like that. She's that Halloween candy. You know what I'm saying?
The one with the little TV, the nasty.
She's a Halloween candy on the inside. You know what I'm saying? The joint that just ain't the black licorice on the inside.
That's them black jelly beans.
Your grandparents' candy that's been sitting on the table for 5 years.
That's candy corn on the inside with no peanuts.
Yeah, she's candy corn, dog. Candy corn dash
on the inside. But I guess shout out to Dre and Sus. I don't know what they cooking up. Sus allegedly is on his R&B swag, so maybe Dre had a beat that he was gonna give to Mary and gonna slide it over to Sus now. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's gonna be on that remix. Let's get.
Hey, hold up. Do you think he's making something for Diddy, or do you think Diddy's coming in for that Snoop and Dre joint?
Pause on the coming in phrase.
Can we really see Dre and Snoop asking Diddy to be on that album? I'm asking for a favor here.
I personally can't.
I couldn't either.
I won't be surprised though.
I can't either. Like, what value add does Diddy bring to a Dre and Snoop album? I'm not knocking Diddy from like the entertainment perspective, but I'm saying like value add. Like we talking Dre and Snoop. Like I can see if it was Diddy and a Biggie or Diddy and a Mace, that's different. But Diddy by himself, that's not a value add.
Right.
In my personal opinion.
Right. Man.
You know. I mean, shout out to him for being in the studio. And I'm always for guys cooking up. You know.
Hey man, from Dre's face, man, do you think he's feeling what Diddy's saying?
He's probably
what Sus Diddy saying?
This nigga, you on some bullshit.
yeah. Cut this any words.
You just call your jawbone.
Right.
He talking then Jesse Jackson talking point.
Don't be trying to clip me either, YouTube. Don't be trying to clip me, YouTube, for that either. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna focus on that one little
limited ads because of J Camp.
Right. Let me take all that back. Guys. He's probably saying, "Man, you are silly, brother." It's probably what he's saying.
Not with a Hulk Hogan brother.
Right.
Emphasis on the
come on, brother.
You know.
Wasn't Diddy on
was he on there? Yeah, I think he was on there.
You got me on that one.
He was on there. Yeah. 100% he was. Man.
I know he was on that Joey.
But I will say though, Touch, like he was such a non-factor that I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. And I've heard the TT4 so many times. I forgot Diddy was on there.
Do you think that
we're doing this classic talking ish?
Do you think that this collaboration after so long will be something that can be or will be remembered though, J Camp?
It could be. I mean, I would never say never. You know, but I guess I'm thinking in my head, like, what is Diddy going to? Is he going to rap, or is he just going to be talking his itch? Like,
when's the last time Diddy did something to architect a record by himself that wasn't with the Hit Squad?
That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't with some writer that he's got signed to him. When's he just did something and made it dope? You know what I'm saying?
I can't think.
First of all, look at this little part of his hand, this ashy part right here. Like,
nah.
Put the lotion on, my God. Like Panthros hand from Thundercats.
Maybe stop it.
Now he just got out that hot tub, brother. Now be easy.
Maybe the joint that he did with Buster and Pastor Cavassier.
That was dope.
That might have been his last value add, but I can't think of anything post that where I would say, you know what, Diddy was on there and he just killed it.
Man.
I can't think of a moment.
Man.
If y'all can, school me.
No, I think you brought up a great summation of all three topics here, J Camp. And I'll pick up where you left off topic wise. I think it's dope to see. I would have photoshopped the ashy hat that straight up and down.
I was going to, but I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna keep it authentic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
what you could have done almost. You could have put like a baby oil bottle, like on the keys. It looked like it's like a boy.
But it would have been super sus though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's true.
Man.
Like,
man, Power 500 in the building, man. What's goody, man?
Power 500.
Y'all know Dre and Pub gonna get their ghostwriters to work. Yeah, the OBO sweatshop. They gonna get the sweatshop working.
But at least Dre sound quality with that ghost though.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna get Melly Mel pull out that red MPC 4000.
Man.
And then he gonna say he made it.
Right.
Stop playing.
Yes.
But Bebo, what you thinking, man, on the shout outs real quick?
I think that for one, it's dope to see two legendary producers in the hip hop sector, the music industry, link up after several decades. Well, at least a couple decades, I'll say 2 or 3 decades, given the divisive and turbulent history of both sides past, the Tupac versus Biggie, Bad Boy Records versus Death Row Records, East Coast.
Did they really ever have a beef, or was it everybody else?
I mean, but I'm just talking about the division between, what I'm saying, one sector versus the other. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm really trying to mostly emphasize.
Did he picking some hi-hats as I use those produced by me?
It. Man, y'all burning Diddy right now.
Pause.
Hi-hats.
Not
some snares. But
y'all got them. Yeah, use them.
Check out these. It's hot.
Take that.
They ashy. I mean, classy. Yeah.
But hold up, Bebo, before you go in though, do you think they still have it to make a hit though?
I need that one.
But does he have? Do they have the? I mean,
do they still have it? Do they still have it like that? Yeah. Like J Camp said, it's possible. But if I were to go out on a limb, I would say not as readily or easily available from their potential as before, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would go that far. Do they still have it potential wise? Yeah, they probably have to pull it out of them a little bit more so nowadays.
Pull it out of it.
Yeah. Extra pause. Yeah. But it's there, but I think more classic material between these two would have been generated in the mid to late 90s, maybe early 2000s, but more so mid to late 90s than today.
Time ago.
Yeah. If these two linked up then, after the division between both sides, then it would have been more definitive, but it's going to be more difficult now between these two.
Yeah. I mean, I just, it's hard for me to see the value add, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean, but it's good to see two black men come together to give consumers music. So
I would love to be surprised, Bebo. I would love to be surprised. Surprise me with that pause.
Hey,
I want to see what y'all cook up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Love to see some lotions on those hands too, brother. Pause. But yeah. And Dre with those clenched teeth. Oh wow. Yeah. Not the
bottom of the bottle,
not the POOP in the bottle. Wow.
Right.
Wow. Come on, the Amber Heard swag. You know what I mean?
Stop it. The Amber Heard swag be like. That'd be the Amber. Right.
Bebo, what's your thoughts on Stacey Hash, man?
Hey, Dame needs to come get his cake soaked up looking cousin, man. I mean, and I say that because y'all need to look at the more recent look at the recent video of her where she's generating those DJ Khaled God did tears. And y'all see what I'm talking about? Hey,
she
with
got
Stacey,
Hitler's heart, man.
Man. I think, for her to make it a point to turn on her video on her camera on her video on a camera phone or whatever, and record herself.
Touch just ethered that. There's nothing else to really say about it. It's probably gonna sound like a Khaled collab.
Honestly, yeah, I agree.
This is just attention seeking though with Stacey Dash. It's attention seeking behavior. You purposely record yourself crying. This ain't the first time
she's put that out. That's gonna get me hot again. Yeah, put that on my TikTok.
Basically, I'm thinking about her acting career hasn't generated her to an A-list status. Her political commentator role on Fox News didn't make her the Black conservative superstar. And I mean, I know that she's clueless overall, but I don't think Stacey Dash is that absent-minded to not know about the passing of DMX. That's kind of hard to believe, but then again, she is and has been out of touch with.
It's not that hard to believe.
Because she has been out of touch with Black culture forever and a day. So it's
do you think
it's not a surprise.
She probably still think Dame and Jay-Z cool.
Hey. Oh my gosh, Rockefellers is discombobulated.
Yeah, she probably
God did.
She would shed a tear over that.
She would. What was you gonna ask me, Iceberg?
Well, do you think this is strategic for her? In your opinion?
Yeah, she's grasping for straw.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Larsa Pippen
in that barbecue.
Oh yeah.
This is a Larsa Pippen.
Can I get one rib, please? Can I get a vegan rib?
I mean, you think about it. Hey,
who's the next rich dude that I can screw? This is Larsa Pippen swag. Is what this is.
Yeah,
Larsa Pippen swag.
Dog, come on, man.
Somebody got their Gucci flip flops on right now.
She was at Sharknado. I want to say he was in the 4 Sharknado, dog.
I gotta drop a bomb for Power 500 on that one.
In that 4 Sharknado.
He's going Super Saiyan on it, dog.
Anytime you made it Sharknado,
man, that's
a bad look.
That's emptying the clip, right?
And J-Camp, you speaking of emptying the clip, J-Camp, you mentioned the arrest that was made just a few short years ago. At that time, and I don't know if this is still the case, she was only worth probably about $40,000.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she was living in a neighborhood like mine.
And, I
mean, I live in a solid neighborhood. She was like, we could have been neighbors. Damn near.
I'm just saying things haven't worked out for her. So it makes sense for her to try to do something else, attention seeking in her mind.
She had a saltine with like an insurance company or something.
I guess. Speaking of saltine, yeah. that texture ain't looking the same as what I put here, but
Sharknado 4.
Yeah, it was Sharknado 4.
Y'all put the qualifier on
back.
4.
Yeah,
he's back.
Not on the first, not on the second. Third
one. Lastly, before we go in, man, what do you guys think about what's your last thoughts on the J.Cole situation, man? As far as
I think that
I'm a cop it on the Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I mean, but it's almost like if white Air Force Ones, you gotta have. If you're black, you gotta have it.
Iceberg still got the Xbox 360 though. How you gonna cop it, bro?
Hey, I still got it on. I still got it collecting dust, but
I'm buying a CD. CD-ROM, man. But this thing, are you? If you have it, are you copping it, Bebo?
Personally, no, and I say this because I haven't played a sports game since. Since like the late 90s.
Like,
so
NBA Live 99.
Yeah. That real talk was the last time I played with my brother. So you know what I'm saying? I haven't played a sports game in forever and a day. So that's
next
my only
topic.
reason. Yeah, next topic. Yeah.
Next topic.
Hey, those graphics.
Hey, man, salute again, like J. Camp said. Salute to J. Cole. Get the bag. There's a lot of artists on here. This is definitely like if you got a nephew that's bad or maybe got some good grades, you're definitely copping it for him. So.
But we almost have to address the fact that Bebo P said the last time I played, Rick Fox was on the game.
Yeah, yep.
That was damn near NBA Jam, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was.
And Rick
When Rick
Smith when he
Fox
had the
was on
dress
there.
sock, when he had the black
Stop
socks on.
Basically.
NBA Jam.
Touch is saying he bought a turntable for his out of video games. Ain't nothing changed for him, which same thing, you know what I'm saying?
I do like the graphics on that cover though, and it's kind of reminiscent of the Dreamville mantra / label of his. So, like you said, Iceberg and J Camp salute to J.Cole and Stacey Dash lay off the cake soap if that's what's going on there. I don't know, but just you seem
once NBA 2K gets some competition, that's when they'll change it up. They'll stop having J. Cole. But they got a monopoly on the game right
Little
now.
Baby's on the cover.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you know they got a monopoly.
Speaking of monopolies, we gotta talk about 50 Cent, man. Holding it down, man. First of all, what's going on with Tycoon Weekend? We got Zero getting beat up, then Trey Songz is acting crazy. So shout out to our guy 50 Cent, man. Always holding us down, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely copping the cognac all day long. Yeah. He had a band, Hannibal Kales Jr., aka Trigga Trey Songz. We know he likes to touch everybody, man. Like we know what's going on. The 50 Cent said the last time they had the Tycoon Weekend in Atlanta, he crashed a rave. So now he's acting weird with the chicks, and the chicks is like, yo, get him out of here. He don't have no hit single in the last 5 years. So then also Pleasure P got into it, you know what I'm saying, with G. Like, dude, the R&B niggas is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? No more R&B niggas. No more R&B niggas. You know what I'm saying? My baby. No more of them. But is this still we talked about ever since we've been doing this show, we've been talking about Hannibal Kales Jr., Trigga Trey Songz, and how he's basically destroying his name. He was horrible at that Chiefs game in Detroit. He got arrested for messing up a speaker. What's going on with him, man? What advice can you give Trigga Trey, aka Hannibal Kales Jr.?
He needs
to get that act right. You know what I'm saying? Dude don't know how to act, man.
Did he?
Like, I guess he be on the sauce. Like, you know how like sometimes most cats, you know how we do. We'll pregame a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we step off in the club. That's just we ain't trying to ball out. You know, Tad be 200 in the nah. We gonna pregame. We might peel 50 in there. You know what I'm saying? Get around for the bros. But yeah, this dude is on the sauce too hard, man. Like when you doing stuff like that ain't like you got to influence. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a depressant.
Man.
Hey, but hold on. Does he have a pink phone? I just know.
Yes.
Shoot.
He has a pink phone.
He does. He got the wallet joint though too.
Oh, he sure does.
He got the wallet.
He got that My First Pony joint. Get out of here, dog.
Yeah, he's again. When you on that sauce hard, you know. Yeah, and Pleasure P should have got his tooth knocked out. He was reckless as well. Like,
are you okay?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what's getting into these R&B dudes.
Hey, J Camp, do you think he's?
Nah, he's probably on that Balco a little bit.
He on the AH? Is he on the AH?
Yeah, probably on the Balco a little bit. You know? I definitely agree with that. I mean, because the behavior is not normal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, dude, first of all, you come in a party. First of all, you Trey Songz, right? You come in a party. You know, you got your little outfit on. Some girls already know you. You dance with the girls, get a little drink, dap everybody up, leave with the girls, right? That's status quo, right? Why are you acting crazy?
That's been his MO for the last several years.
Again, I'm telling you, man. Like, I know cats personally who just can't handle any type of alcoholic beverage, a drug, whatever. Like they can't handle it, man. Like their body is not like equipped for that. Not everybody is. I think Trey is like one of them dudes. Like his body is not. It can't handle any type of like disturbance to the temple. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't handle that, man. And I don't know who his like close people are, but they not holding him down at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't have nobody who's pulling him to the side or just sitting him down. Like, nah, he ain't going nowhere. Like, we're going to block this area off. Like, stick that dude in like a closed VIP section. You know what I'm saying? If he's trying to take a toke on something, or if he's trying to put something in his brain, you know what I'm saying? Like, let him do that there. But if he's out around people, like, that dude ain't no good, man. He needs to be isolated when he's out and about. Really, he don't need to be out, period. Because he causes too much ruckus. But I think, man, he just can't handle the sauce or whatever it is he's on. Like, it's too much for him to bear. Like,
hey, it's like TLC. Don't be chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes you used to. Basically, get you some Mad Dog 2020 or get you like a Shirley Temple. That's what I do when I'm in the club. Man.
And shout out to some of them cats like DJ Paul and others who basically said, like, man, I had to get off that stuff, man, because I wasn't myself, and I'm watching videos of myself, and I'm like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs a moment to where somebody just records him, like, hey, bro, this is what you was on.
He's acting like Dame Dash in that Big Pimpin' video.
Yeah, man. He's
therapy.
Right. You need that therapy.
Therapy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need
therapy.
Man. You need to see somebody, a shrink.
Yeah.
You need to see somebody who can
Hannibal Kells. You know what I'm saying? That Hannibal Kells.
But yeah, but it's obvious this dude ain't right, because the path that he's been on has been destructive. It's been a destructive.
It has.
So this goes into Rory from Rory and Mal podcast. Basically, I guess he spin facts. And he said this dude's almost worse than Hannibal Kells.
Great point. He can have
a whole documentary, Surviving Trigga Trey.
Boy. Ooh.
B.O.P., what you thinking, man, before we move on?
I know that 50 Cent and Trey Songz, they've been cool not long ago. You know, they'd clown with one another at times. You know, you'd see them at the hotel or whatever, you know, the girls clowning or whatnot. You know, you'd also see Power 500 actually mentioned this part. They worked together on at least a couple songs that Smoke. Again, Power 500 mentioned that on
Smoke.
Yeah, on Fifth's Animal Ambition LP, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also on that Big Rich Town, which was the theme song for the Power television series.
Money too.
So it's not like this is just something.
He was in that Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. Like,
he was. He sure was in that. Yeah. Oh man, drop a bomb for that too. Sheesh. Forgot about that. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like they haven't worked, or at least worked, or you know, had some type of you know, co-worker friendly, you know, relationship to some
working relationship.
Yeah. But even the most petty people that clown has boundaries, and it looks like after a couple of visits that Iceberg talked about that Trey made a tycoon, 50 just had to draw that line.
Yeah, he was like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough to crash a Rolls Royce Wraith. He should have got canceled just for that alone.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? But
think about it like this, Bebo. Have you ever been somewhere with somebody?
Oh, I already know where you're going.
And they got so
too much gas, dog. Too much gas. And
you had to be like, hey, bro.
Yeah. And
we getting out of here, man, before it gets ugly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to mess around and fight the whole club, bro. That's what 50 got to that point. He was like,
like a young LB the Power Father, man. I had to get him a couple times, man. You know,
man,
he was on that moonshine.
Boy, I almost got pent up because of
he was on that white lightning. He was on that white lightning and that moonshine at Apple, dog.
He was on that pure. He was on that
He was on that clear, dog. Yeah, he was like Uncle Earl in the club.
The Uncle Earl.
LB was he probably had chest hair. He probably had chest hair immediately.
Yeah, he was on that. He was straight on that clear, dog. You know what I'm saying? That apple pie. You know what I'm saying?
Dog,
he was on it.
He was on the Otis.
I ain't gonna tell all his business on a holiday. You know,
he was on that Beavis, but he was on that Beavis. Hey, brother.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, man. Do you really think, real talk, that Trey can come back? Like, do you think he can drop an album now, or does he have to basically do some cleaning up?
He's got some cleaning up.
He got some cleaning up to do, but I will say anybody can drop an album when you want to. I'm not saying it'll be a good choice for him. But
would good music stop all this? Would good music right now with all the stuff he's been doing?
No.
Would good music even just stop this stuff?
No, because the behavior's still there. And here's the thing:
the trajectory.
This dude, the trajectory that the Wraith fighting over females. The last time he was there, and then he threatened to fight Bud Crawford. You definitely lost your marbles.
Yeah.
In fact, 50 just saved you, Trey, from your ego with that scenario alone.
It reminds me
preventing you from getting an ASS whooping.
Stop. And it reminds me when Ray J was out with Fab and Diddy.
Yeah.
We got 10 Rolls Royces back to back.
And Fab had to lay him down.
Yep.
Yep. Fab had to put him to sleep because he was wilding. That's what it sounded like. Trey's on that.
Again, R&B niggas, man. You can't take them nowhere.
You can't. Mm-hmm. And I forgot who mentioned it in the comment section, but you're right. That remix was Boo Boo of the Power. The Rich Sound remix.
Yeah, it just stick to the original.
Yeah. But
that's all you got to do.
Speaking of originals, man, we got to talk about the copycat. We got to talk about the game always name dropping. So of course he got to have an interview, not about him, but it's basically about NBA YoungBoy, and basically he was comparing NBA YoungBoy to this generation's Tupac, which to me is halfway true, but it's kind of sad because Tupac meant more than just a loudmouth young dude.
Well, go in, Iceberg. Go in.
Tupac
with
to me had some Brenda's Got a Babies.
Past the Kufi, J Camp. Yeah, there we go.
To me, Tupac was more than that. He was an actor. He was so talented. He had a whole game plan and mindset of how he wanted to change the game. NBA YoungBoy is just a goofy dude with money. You know what I'm saying? And a big dent on his forehead. So, and then he's basically, having all these women, these ghetto girls fighting over him. You know what I'm saying? What has NBA YoungBoy done for the community? Like, get out of here, man.
Damn.
So at the end of the day, man, like, don't disrespect Pac by just saying the influence that Pac had. Pac did more than just spit on people and was talking out about the police and stuff like that. He was an icon, man, in his time. And I think if you do your research, you'll understand the major difference between him and
absolutely
and Pac. But what you guys thoughts on this just real quick, because this is
I'll
trash.
Tag team. I'm a tag team off of what you just said, because your answer was pretty much mine.
The money team, we got 5 Rolls Royces outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do agree with Game that today's generation of Gen Z rap consumers in large part can't appreciate or relate to the legendary Tupac Shakur, and to a large group of modern day consumers, NBA YoungBoy embodies greatness to them. But to compare these two is still way off base. Yeah. Like how Iceberg says, way back. Yeah.
Hairline back.
Nah, but Tupac, I mean, Iceberg did such a phenomenal job in summarizing that with the Kufi on. Tupac was and still is much more than a dope artist. Pac generated classic albums and music. Come on, man. He crafted.
Made sure he put that in parentheses.
Until Death Row.
Yes.
Until Death Row.
Oh wow.
Until Death Row.
Well, but he's wow. Not with that Jesse Jackson whisper.
Yeah,
J Camp. I heard that side. I mean, but he was much more than a dope artist, and still is doper than NBA YoungBoy. He generated classic.
He smashed Janet Jackson too. Let's stop the
man.
You're not smashing anybody on that level, man.
That alone, shoot.
But when NBA YoungBoy gets into some movies, when he makes the Brenda Got a Baby, holla at me, man. But as far as the influence, the negative influence, yes, he's influencing people in a bad way. But I don't think Pac influenced people, in my opinion, in a bad way.
Like you said, Brenda's Got a Baby. Dear Mama. I mean, where's the community activism?
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up. The community activism.
How many times have we heard this from like that gen though? Because at first we heard Kodak Black was gonna be the next Tupac because of his influence on that culture.
Well, do you think that the game, when he said this, when he made this statement though, J Camp, do you think that the game is just trying to cater to the new generation with that statement, or do you think he was just stating something that's generally his thought process?
No, I think he was saying something that's generally his thought process and just kind of being around cats like that.
Well, and let's be clear, like he did get a chance to work with him.
NBA probably got a chance with Jada.
He probably did.
He probably already smashed on the low. He already probably did.
Wow. Y'all
going
in. Tribe Called Quest with the yeah, he did. He did. And that's a good point too, because NBA YoungBoy doesn't even have like a benchmark moment like the Source Awards with the Tribe, or a diss track that is one of the best in hip hop history. Just something that bookmarks you as a staple in the game.
He reminded me of that too, Power. But I had a lot of young cats tell me like Kodak is like they everything.
Yeah, Kodak different.
You know, he was basically like they Tupac, they Wayne of that gen, basically. I guess probably a better comparison would say he was like the next Wayne for them, not really like Pac.
Yeah, let's go with Wayne, not Pac. You know what I'm saying? Pac is a whole different monster.
That's a whole different.
That's an easier pill to swallow.
Yeah, I can swallow the, you know.
Okay,
I agree, man.
Right.
Yeah, Chop is different, man. But again, I get the whole comparison to Pac. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to say, man, who's the young dude out right now that's influencing the other young generation? I think NBA YoungBoy is that dude, no doubt. But is it on the level of a Pac?
That's not even a question. No
I don't
way.
know.
Yeah. No way.
I don't know.
No way.
Shout out to everybody watching this on Facebook too, man. Shout out,
absolutely.
Shout out to
David Burns, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne is a beast.
Yeah.
Wayne is a beast. Wayne is a
beast.
Burns, man.
Absolutely.
Going at it since he was like 13, 14 years old. And that dude was a beast.
If y'all haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe
joint. This is the thing though. We want to know
and the super chats. Go ahead and support us,
David. This is what we want to know too, man. Who is on a level of Pac right now, in y'all's opinion? Is there anybody closer to the? I might even ask y'all. What do y'all think?
Today, that's tough, man.
It's tough because there's nobody.
Even a Jay Nas on that level.
No, I mean Pac was just
Pac had the streets. He had the jails. He had everything, man.
But
I think it's
there was so much more to even in addition to that. Go ahead, J. Camp.
No, I was gonna say I think it's different from being like a cultural icon to being like almost, I don't want to say deity level, but like Pac was, I mean, to rap that man was almost worshipped.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a situation where I think both individuals are worshipped given the generation divide, in their respective regard. I think,
and this is no knock on NBA.
Yeah, absolutely, ain't a knock.
I mean,
I knocked him earlier, but but it is what it is.
I would say like Cole or Kendrick. You're
talking about a legacy dude in Pac. Mount Rushmore.
I think Meek could have got there. I think Meek had when Meek came out, he had the streets.
He had the streets, but still Pac is just different. Like what other artist out there was as revolutionary as a Pac? For example. I mean, you have the street component, like Iceberg said.
The only one that I can think of that's making the Brenda's Got a Baby type of music, though,
maybe
is
Nas.
probably Kendrick.
Or Kendrick,
in my opinion.
The closest thing I can see is Kendrick, man. Like as far as streets and I see Kendrick. Yeah,
but I don't see Kendrick having the same level of.
Hold up. You forgot about Nip though.
Yeah.
About Nip.
Absolutely forgot about Nip. Nip was on his way.
He was on his way.
Nip was on his way.
Man.
To your point, Bebo, you was talking about the work being done outside of hip hop.
Correct. The revolutionary
work
community
outside
activism.
of hip hop. Nip was in that vein.
He was in that lane.
He was in that vein.
Yeah, Eminem maybe when he first came out had some influence, but
Eminem was definitely revolutionary. I don't want to say that he wasn't.
Yeah.
But as far as having the influence of a Tupac, that's different.
Yeah, that's definitely different. I think kind of a Nas, Kendrick, were the closest ones that had like some type of outside, revolutionary type.
Yeah. I mean, definitely not. Nas is I say Nas is more teaching than like pushing the envelope like a Kendrick.
But I can still see Nas being able to go to any block and ain't nobody gonna touch him.
Right.
Absolutely. He got a hall pass everywhere.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody touching Nas nowhere.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Touch. We're gonna give you the Koofy touch.
We're gonna give you the Koofy.
Yeah, bro. Hand that on down.
You got the Koof. Let me go ahead and give it the touch.
Go ahead and give it the touch. Get the Koof joint.
Anybody that come close to that status, you getting off.
Exactly.
I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but that's
how it's been throughout history, though. That's how it's been all throughout history.
Well, let's talk about somebody who doesn't have any influence. Let's talk about Prize. Let's talk about first of all one of the dopest favorites. One of
Bebo P's dude.
This is first of all, this is who Bebo P gets his style from. You know, this pink joint. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
But we got to talk about
more like Trey Songz phone. But go ahead.
Yeah. So we got to talk about the Fugees, man. First of all, one of the most iconic groups.
Malaysian definitely one of my favorites. Scheme, though. Malaysian.
Yeah. But we got to talk about. We've been talking about on this platform. We've been talking about, man. We couldn't wait for the Fugee joint.
Yeah,
we were excited about the tour
reunion. Yeah,
they caught off because of COVID. Next thing you know, Prize fumbles the bag again, and now he's got this money laundering situation, man. Number one, do you guys think if you read the article, do you think he's getting some time? And if so, do you ever think we'll get a Fugees tour?
I'll go ahead and start this one.
Go ahead, Bebo.
I will, because
that's your girl too, man. You know, girl,
Lauryn Hill is my favorite rap artist of all time. Just artist, period. Yeah, Prize has no influence. That's man, dog. That's
we still gotta give Prize his flowers though. Saving Bebo, for saving
ODB
bastards.
He did.
Life.
Yeah, he did.
That's the only reason why we mess with him, man.
Yeah,
you know he saved it, man.
While performing Ghetto Superstar, ODB got flamed up, and then Prize pulled him back. But
Crit is underrated.
I just, this is next to the Wu-Tang. This is my favorite rap group of all time. Lauryn Hill is just my favorite artist. Just period.
You can still get it too, pause. You know what I
mean? Man. I do truly hope that Prize and his legal team with David Kenner. And I think David Kenner represented Snoop a long time ago too. But I hope David
Kenner, he was a death row lawyer.
I think he was, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think I hope that David Kenner defending him pans out to an ultimate not guilty verdict, because with this case being the largest, as they call it, the largest kleptocracy one to date by the United States Department of Justice. We all know that the government is not going to play about matters regarding any illegal finance violations. Heck, the IRS just got done. The IRS just got done receiving an $80 million bag to expand their agents to like 87,000. So that's serious.
Yo,
dog, y'all are roasting dog. Y'all are roasting pod. But no, that's serious though. That's serious.
Album may have been one of the worst I've heard.
Double Wood. It went Double Wood.
That Ghetto Superstar album. I can't think of one song that I own that album where I was like, man, this is dope. This is hot. Like Prize sounded like my first. He was Fisher Price on that Ghetto Superstar. Like my first keyboard looking ass. He was Fisher Price, man, off top. I agree with Touch 100%.
Oh my God! Well, like I said again, I know this is Bebo P's guy, so we can't go
ahead.
No, you good. You good. I mean, like I was just leaving off by saying that the IRS just got that $80 million bag to expand their agents to 87,000 in order to go after these rich tax dodgers and PPP loan frauders. So if I'm the Ghetto Superstar, I'm sweating bullets. And let me say the other side of this too. Then I'll just give the land the plane to you, J Camp. Mm-hmm. I think the other side of the coin is sad news to learn, because that tour money prevented all the Fugees members, and their respective band members and teams involved from getting that tour bag, along with maybe whatever plans they may have had on the low to progress a reunion as a collective group. But this just widens the prospects of anything Fugee related. And if Prize is sent to if Prize is convicted and sent to prison for the max of 20 years, it's completely a wrap.
Listen,
and we don't want to see that happen.
What I do is I call up Flavor Flav. We're gonna do a Drew Hill. We're gonna swap out members, and we're gonna go ahead and get Miss Lauryn Hill and Wyclef on that stage and let them just rock, man. Flavor Flav can hold it down.
Hey, shout out to Flavor Flav. He just
ain't nobody coming to see you, Prize.
Hey,
ain't nobody coming to see you, Prize.
Flav can hold it down as Prize, man. I firmly believe that. But I agree with you though, Bebo P. That's why I said just do a Drew Hill, do a switcheroo. Or
they
just
ain't gonna do that.
I know they ain't gonna do that, man. That's disrespectful to Prize, like on a different level. But I would still go ahead and do the best that they can to make it happen, because a lot of people, including us on this platform, been wanting to see the Fugees. I mean, if I can see Wyclef and Lauryn Hill live, I'm cool with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Would I want to see Prize as part of that team? Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely.
But I'm cool with. I mean, I look, and it's not to salute to and flowers to any member of any group that has passed away, but that has never stopped a group from touring ever. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still make that happen.
Well, but they can't even travel international, and the tour was pretty much that.
Well, I got that, but it was almost, they almost made it sound like Fugees would never tour again. Like this was like
it was just for this tour, because the tour was pretty much overseas for
it was overseas tour,
dates.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I still think that they could have just done like some smaller venues, like in the States and Canada, and just made it happen like that way. That's what I would have done. At least
at the end of the day, you need to make some money for the family.
You got to make some money, and you got to continue to get to be seasoned. I mean, we know they seasoned artists anyway, but the more they can get out there and tour,
right,
it's going to motivate them to do new music.
Yeah, because people still want the Fugees.
We still want.
Well, and this thing, you can still do Wyclef and Lauryn Hill tour and do some Fugee songs.
They just performed at the Essence Awards
and then throw him some bread.
It has not stopped
Wu-Tang
from doing joints that ODB has been in. It's not stopped them from doing that. It has not stopped Q-Tip from performing, you know what I'm saying, Tribe songs that Fife was in. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep this thing moving, man. Hip hop don't stop. It don't. It's a forever moving essence, man. It keeps on going. Salute the Prize. I hope he gets over that situation, man. But this should not stop Fugees. Outside of this, the international thing, this should not stop them from giving the people what they asked for. Is all I'm saying.
This thing, that's a sold out show. Let's be clear. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Touch saying do a Lauryn Hill tour and have Wyclef open. Damn.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because you can even have Lauryn like
headline that.
There's ways you can do to still make a Fugees. There's still ways you can do it.
Have Wyclef open up, Lauryn Hill the headliner, and then he comes back out and they can do a couple of Fugee joints.
Hey, shout out to John Forte, by the way. Shout out to that brother.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
But we definitely again hope that Prize is able to get through this legal kerfuffle. As someone kerfuffle. Yeah. That's the LB the Podfather Linguino when he's wearing his golf shirt.
They need to jump that proverbial
shark. Right.
Yeah. We don't want to see Prize down.
This is a sad situation.
Yeah.
Speaking about a sad situation, we got to talk about Trae The Truth, man. Capping on video. This is the thing, man. If you guys don't understand what's going on, Touch said I'd rather fuck you, brother.
Wow.
Touch came with
the boom.
Man.
John Forte is facts, man.
No, John Forte's dope.
Yeah,
facts. But long story short, if you guys don't know what's going on with Trae The Truth and Zero, they are family members. They are cousins. Long story short, they was riding in the whip one day, back to back. You know how we do in Houston. Zero gets pulled over, man. He has a toolie in the whip. He was going to say it was his. Trae said, no, let's not do it. It's everybody's. Next thing you know, Trae does 2 years. He does it 2 years, whatever. But then he said, hey, man, because I kind of looked out for you, man, you got to give me a fade. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let me give me a fade, one-on-one. Zero's been dodging him. So, of course, at the Tycoon weekend with 50 Cent in Houston, Zero had to come out. Next thing you know, he's getting molly-wop. But Trae, being the advocate, having the key to the city, being the face of relief, you know, with his with his relief game. You know what I'm saying? He comes out and says, hey, man, you know, it was a one-on-one. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Trying to clean this. All I had to do was just say, man, it's a family affair. Y'all shut up. And I think everybody would have just
what I would have said.
But then next thing you know, he comes out and says that. Then TMZ drops a video of, you know, Zero just getting them elbows. You know,
fact check
people's elbows. You know, fact check his ass. You know what I'm saying? Without the green go. So what do y'all think, man, as far as what should Trae do? Because like I said, Zero's always been the guy where like, oh man, he capping, man. And Trae. First of all, your name's Trae The Truth and you're lying.
Stop.
Kofi time.
He's got to come
where does he go with this, man, J. Camp? This is your guy too, man.
Yeah, it is, man. I mean, it's the same thing we was talking about in the group chat earlier, man. Just keep it 1,000, man. No cold words, none of that. Like, don't hide behind the shield. Not talking about that type of shield. When I mean the shield is like the key to the city shield. Like,
all hands be forgetting that everybody got a cam.
Right,
everybody got the cam, man. Everybody got the World Star button. Everybody got the World Star button on that joint.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, to me now, it's just keep it 1,000, Trae. That's all you got to do. Like, I'm not going to not be a Trae fan because of this. I'm not saying that this is a good look. It's a horrible look. But
I mean, we get it, man. You can't do that. Put your hands on somebody and then you over here asking people to donate TVs.
Yeah,
stuff,
man.
You know
that's why I said just keep it 1,000, man.
Keep it funky. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, old hands be forgetting. Negro, you on camera everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah, everywhere. Like, you got to remember that.
Right.
But yeah, you got to keep it funky now. You can't, you know.
Right. We ain't heard no responses. We ain't heard like, hey man,
because his team is coming up with some type of PR move. But to me, forget all that. Trae just come out and say, look, here's the real deal. Here's the skinny. And people will forgive you for that. You know what I'm saying? Some people won't, but most people be like, hey, Trae, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, you still a hood dude. Like, you know, that's in us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't escape it at times. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is just keep it 1,000, just as a
J. Kemp, does this hurt his credibility? If he said, hey man, I need you to donate some money, would you donate it now?
I've seen Trae work, so I still would. To me, this again, everybody has them one-offs. Like, Trae's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So don't let me be here to judge another man like that.
Right.
So I would say, because I've seen his work, I've seen this dude in flooding waters, like taking people to safety. To me, that's honorable. I feel like that kind of like overshadows this. And shout out to Zero. I'm not saying this man.
Shout out Zero. And so first of all, Zero's cold on the hooks, man.
He's cold on the hook.
Man.
I'm not saying like Zero's life potentially being. I don't want to say he was in danger, but I mean, he was.
I mean, dude, there was cops out there when he was getting mollywop with the LL Cool J Popeyes.
That's why I said situation. He had a situation. Yeah. But Trae he saved lives, man. Like, I would still donate because I know he would do that. Like, if you willing to jump out in some flooding waters and put your own life out there, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
In your own whip too. You ain't in no rental.
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, that spoke more to me than this, because I feel like this is like street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, street stuff is typically explainable if the person just comes out and just keeps it honest.
And obviously, wasn't nothing crazy because there was cops sitting right there. They didn't even stop it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, people
like, dude, you gonna catch this fade. You know what I'm saying? You've been dodging this fade. You gonna catch it.
And you set this up beautifully. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking sides on this, but you did set it up beautifully as far as what may have been the mindset going into this. I'm not saying that Trae, he ordered it, but I'm not going there with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, we know the mindset when things like that happen, because at the end of the day, he did risk his life on that front too. So not only did he risk his life jumping in the water to save somebody he didn't even know, but he also risked his life for his fam too.
If I go to jail for 2 years and it was something you did,
you got to.
You owe me a fade.
you got to show me some love, and you can't dodge your people like that either, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not attacking Zero. I'm just saying this just to the people. Like, if you got people out there who's holding you down like that, and they had to do a bid for you, you can't dodge them. You can't dodge them. But go ahead, Bebo.
Man. I mean, you've been in these situations before, Bebo. What you think,
man? Hey, real talk though. I've been in some situations, man.
Talk your ish, man.
No. Those will remain in the X-Files. But I can relate to small degree.
Scully bringing them out, man.
Nah, man.
Kind of foul up here somewhere.
Hey, stop. Nah, man. I know last week when we spoke about this issue, the details were kind of I had a question mark, that Riddler, the Edward Nimick question mark. And that, in addition to this being what I thought was more of a family affair, and it still is, I know. That had me not want to say a whole lot. Right. Sly and the Family Stone cat. Okay. I hear you, brother. All right. Don't test me. No, but just to get back serious though, when we spoke about this last Wednesday, again, you know, the details weren't really out there like that. And then this being a family affair, I didn't really want to say a whole lot on this matter. But as Iceberg said, now we have the second footage, the most recent footage of the fact that this wasn't just a one-on-one scuffle. Trae and his folks actually did jump Zero. So my thoughts about this whole situation is it's still the same, man, in that I hope that these two can work together toward progression, because my understanding that they've had some issues or they've had additional issues, and you know, even outside of this circumstance that led to the arrest and the 2-year sentence and so forth. But also, man, I think it's important to preface the fact that the OGs aren't present. We talk about this quite a bit, and the OG should have been there. Well, let me just say this. For one, both parties should have just kept their mouth shut, just the entire rip. Otherwise, Trae wouldn't have looked like a liar, right? But in addition to that, man, the OG should have been there to sit these brothers down at some point, or at least sit down with them in whatever capacity, whether Trae was locked up at the time or sometime afterward, and really just got this situation smoothed out before this moment. Because Trae The Truth, as you brothers indicated, he's a community leader of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Saving people from floods and other situations. A community activist, yeah. Absolutely. So when you're talking about leadership, there's a fiduciary responsibility that comes with that, man. You have a responsibility to not only the people that you serve, but to your credibility as well. Regardless of how you feel. And yep. I will say this too. I'm with J Camp, and I'm sure with Iceberg out and some of you out there as well. We all make mistakes. But again, that's where your mentors and your OGs have to be present.
Got to be there
in order to check us behind closed doors. Salute. And make sure that we're sat down. This is why you come to FRSHOUT right here. Yeah, because nowadays we don't really have OGs like that.
I'm sure, because Slim said something about it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we love about Houston, man. That New York and LA doesn't have. That Houston will sit down and have conversations.
They have
with each other. So I guarantee you. Jay Prince made some phone calls. I guarantee you Slim made a phone call, because Slim and Zero had some issues before too. So I'm sure that these cats had some stuff behind closed doors. The problem is, again, it goes back to what Touch said. Everything's on camera. If there was no camera, we wouldn't even known about this joint.
Right.
It would have been quiet. You know what I'm saying?
But again, yeah. I mean, we hope this ain't the case, but you know, there's people that Iceberg reminded me that is likely backing Trae The Truth financially. So I mean,
but this thing, I think this what Touch is saying is true. He's 42? Isn't he an OG?
Well, and that goes back to the
Trae
conversation
got me feeling old now.
Well, that goes back to the conversation that we had about Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher.
Yep.
Same situation, Touch. You bring up a great point. These guys are supposed to be the OGs, but even OGs need mentors. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so forth. But that's not to negate that point, because we're supposed to be the ones to set the example.
Well, let's be clear. Like, disrespect is a whole. I think what J. Cam says is street. When it's some street stuff, there's no logic sometimes, man. It's just street stuff.
And sometimes you can't speak on it. Sometimes you can't speak on it, man.
And you're gonna catch his fade.
Not even sometimes. Like I would say 99.9% of the time, you cannot speak on street matters. Like, how many times have we seen dudes go on Vlad? I don't want to use Vlad as an example.
Someone said Krabby Patty died with that Bun B.
They speak too much, but we've seen other cats get interviewed and they be like, "Nah, man, I can't speak on that. Like that's a different code."
And that's a great word that you mentioned, the code. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a code in the streets and just on that side of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to our people. And if a fade had to get Benny even exposed for these, wow,
that white Amber Rose, though.
Right. You're right. But I mean, even if a fade had to get caught, it is what it is. If it could be a situation that could be avoided, fine.
And it could have been like a one-time deal. Sometimes it's just a one-time look, man. You got to catch these hands, just so you know. Like, look.
But this conversation is still very important from a standpoint. Again, like when it comes to leadership, mostly in Trae The Truth situation, this has to be nipped in the bud, even with it being a one-off situation.
That's why I said now with his stature, he's got to come out now and touch on it.
Yes, absolutely. But hey,
he don't have to address it like detail blow by blow, but high level. He's got to like address it now high level. He don't even have to mention
with some professional PR backing.
That's what I'm saying. He don't even have to mention.
I'm about to say, look, man. Again, I made a slight error in judgment. Slight error in judgment. Hey, man, there was a situation that did happen with a family member, and we had to handle that.
We speak positively. If you guys go back on prior episodes, we talk about Trae The Truth. He's dang near like a community superhero. You know what I'm saying? Really and Zero, I mean, just an absolute dope artist in addition to Trae The Truth. So we're speaking, we're speaking for the benefit of both brothers and all parties involved. And we just definitely want the best for these brothers, and we want the best for Houston as well.
And this is the thing that I'm looking at with Power 500. What if Zero put out a gap? You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a one-on-one, right? So what if he did something that was crazy to match the stuff that was going on? You know what I'm saying? Then who would have been in the wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, again, the OGs kind of understand, even if it's some street stuff, man, I'm going to leave that joint alone, because I don't want to have no Benny from the block situation where it comes and bites me in the butt when I'm trying to get on that train. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you have to know when to say, you know what, man, hey, give him a pass, man. Like, he deserves to get the fade, but it ain't worth it no more, man. I'm on some other stuff. Do you think Trae, his connection to the street is going to mess up a few things in the future with him, as far as like things he could be doing in Houston?
I personally don't think so.
I don't think so either. I was gonna say I don't think so, because that can happen to even somebody like Snoop. You know what I'm saying, who is an icon. You know what I'm saying? That can happen to anybody who has some former connection to the streets. It can always happen.
The murder was the case situation.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's
because you're not even like, you would about a degree of separation from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think this will hurt Trae.
Not in the long. I don't think so either. Yeah, I think
as long as he continues to do his community activism, as long as he continues to be a beacon for kids in Houston and continues to uplift, this will blow away. But you know what I'm saying, he just gotta address it at a high level, like you said, with some PR help, and it'll eventually calm down.
I think so.
It doesn't sound like Zero is going to press this either, from what I've read. So it should go away. It should.
Let's hope so.
Speaking of going away, man, we got to talk about Kendrick Lamar, man. He just dropped this hard-hitting video. The music's not going away. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping these videos, man, doing his thing. He got that Michael Jackson glove on right here, man. You know what I mean? He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. if you guys got a chance to see this video, man, what was your thoughts, man? First of all, shout out to Taylor, not Taylor Day. Shout out to Simply Marvel, but Taylor Page. Shout out to Simply Marvels though. But Taylor Page did her thing, man. She's hot too. This video was hard to watch for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go in and say why. But what's your thoughts on the songs? We know we've all heard this song before, man. We Cry Together. Very intense song. If you from our community, man, you can play this back in your head.
You can.
Bebo, start this off, man. What was your thoughts on this video? And how they hit you? Pause.
I mean, just as you indicated, Iceberg, this was hard to watch even before pushing the play button because I knew what I was gonna get a dose of, and I got it. But first, shout out to the Alchemist for the production on this one. I mean, just bananas as always. And K Dot along with Taylor Page did a phenomenal job in acting out their verses on this song, and video. They did a phenomenal job in their acting roles here. But sadly, this is
crazy.
It is crazy.
Mine too.
Yeah, man. This is a perfect representation of not only what most modern day relationships are, but what they've been for quite some time. But psychologically, to some, this is what today's relationship is supposed to be. Right. Shaming one another in an argument has become the new method of flirting with one another. Finding side pieces on your significant other's cell phone is the new way of getting turned on. And overall drama is the new version of what a healthy relationship is supposed to be. Again, as shown in this film, in the short film. And I remember Method Man did a song, definitely not as direct and explicit, but he did a song years ago called Break Up to Make Up. That's essentially what this was, featuring D'Angelo.
Same thing,
This
bro.
is the updated version of that.
Go ahead.
And I mean, but the dynamics was just very simple, but it was very realistic because, K Dot's dressed in his, blue collar,
like, $40,000 dude.
$40,000 dude. We'll go there as far as, but most folks don't appreciate, but there's that component. And then, you have Taylor's role in, getting ready to head out the door to go to work, as I guess K Dot's role was coming from work, just down each other's throats, locking the door, K Dot's, rolling toxicity, for example, and from going to work by holding the key, again, preventing her from driving to work, the constant shaming that was done between her, really both of them, but you know what I'm saying? And then ultimately in order for them to do the nastiest, as they would say.
You jumping the gun, man, before I even go in, Power 500. You jumping the gun.
Ooh.
You jumping the gun, man. This is what I was gonna keep on going. Go ahead, Bebo,
man. No. I was just gonna stop there. And rest in peace.
R.I.P. Kid, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We was talking about him yesterday, man. I miss my guy, man. Shout out to Kid, man.
Oh man, absolutely, man. But anytime of course, again, the Break Up to Make Up, they ended up doing it, you know what I'm saying, and not figuratively, like from a representation standpoint, literally. And she had to be at work. She didn't care, you know what I'm saying, because she got, she got that or they both got that feel, you know what I'm saying? They both got that high, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. And it's sad because this is what the new normal, but that's what I can appreciate about K Dot's album. Not only just this song, but the album, Mr. Morale and the what was it called? The Big Steppers.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of toxicity that's being addressed. It was very difficult to watch and hear again, but it was very necessary because this is not just a falsehood. This isn't off situation. This is a reality that's happening on an ongoing basis. And with that, I'll let you guys go in because I've said more than enough.
J.K., what's your
there you have it.
Just even on the song, even if you haven't saw the visuals, just what's your thoughts just on this song and but this is the thing, man. We're Cosby kids. We all grew up watching the Cosby's. We grew up watching Full House and those kind of situations. But we also, when we got older, we saw the Baby Boys. You know what I'm saying? And this is pretty much a Baby Boy part 2. What's your thought? And in the group chat, we always talking about some red pill relationship stuff. You know, we talking about the J Swag. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts just on this record, man? Because my thing, I thought it was dope, but man, it's so true. How do we fix it? Because we put light on this all the time, but how do you fix this?
Well, I think this is why
after you, brothers.
This thing. Just imagine, because I know this relationship, but I know this relationship like this with children watching.
But I think this helps though. Like this is what we need versus Meg Thee Stallion twerking with She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said Kendrick is the closest thing that we have to Tupac, because he's given us real family dynamics. He's given us the real, and this is how it is. Like there is no fluff in this. Like that's why it's supposed to be hard to watch. This is supposed to be hard to watch.
Yeah.
We're not going to learn from it if it's not hard to watch. It should not be. It's the same ish we talking about with school. What they teaching kids. They trying to fluff everything to where it's not hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's how kids develop. That's how humans develop. It's through hard struggle. That's how we've survived for ages. What Kendrick is doing here, he's showing us, guys, we got to do better. Like this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like what you see on TikTok ain't real. What you see on social media, all that foolishness, all that twerking, all that dudes putting up the money, that ain't real. This right here is real, because this is how we evolve into this type of situation and this toxicity. And I think I think Touch said it. It's genius for him to do it like that. And I was hoping and praying that this would be one of the videos that he would do off the album when I first heard it, because it's so real, man. Like just about anybody can identify with this song. Even if you've seen your parents arguing, there's an element of this to it.
You know what I'm saying? Right there.
There's an element of this to it. But
a lot of people saw their parents doing this.
We seen our parents do it, but we get taken away from it when we watching BET. We seeing the Lil Nas X's on here. You know, so there's a lot of different things that shifts our focus from what's really real and what's really ill in our communities. And this, man, shout out to Kendrick and Taylor for really eloquently putting this out, no matter how hard it was to swallow.
And real quick, before you go in, Iceberg, from that, it seemed like they actually performed it not only just visually but vocally,
like vocally live.
That's what it seemed like
almost like a play. You know what I mean?
Right. So I thought that was dope too. And but great comment. You know, great summation there, J.
It should be hard to watch, man. All this stuff, this type of stuff should be hard, man. It's not supposed to be fluffed. It's not supposed to be high level. Nah, we got to dig into the weeds, because we need to know exactly what it is that's ailing us, man. And like Iceberg said, a 40K a year, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an element that we can all relate to. That's the crazy part of it. Yeah. But go ahead, because I know you want to touch on kind of like the solution, like
my thing, man, was like, you know,
Koofy time though?
No, not really Koofy time.
Okay.
Per se,
all right.
But to me, it's just like, I love the fact that Kendrick even just talked about this, spoke about it. It goes back to the almost what Power 500 was saying with that Boys in the Hood logic. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, it's the dope dope boy who ends up living, but then Ricky ends up getting shot, the one that can get out the hood and get the family out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it starts with that, you know, toxicity in the household, both not appreciating each other, getting with each other for the wrong reasons. But then also in our community, man, we don't champion family. We don't champion hard times, man. We don't plan for any future at all. So to me, like, I love the song, but again, I would love to hear like a rebuttal of our way to fix this kind of thing. Because again, like you said, Bebo, a lot of our relationships are built off this toxicity. And it's kind of bothers you when you're in the kingdom, when you get past all the silly stuff when you're young, and now you're older, you're a taxpayer, you got a crib, you got a girl, or you're trying to find one. This is some of the blockers, man, because not only is this situation bad in the current state, when they break up or split and you get with the girl who been through that situation, how do you even build with somebody who has been through these things?
And to your point too, Iceberg, I think there will be a rebuttal to this. I think Kendrick got something up his sleeve. Because sometimes, man, you got to set that stage for us to get the rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Roots, man. We got beat down coming over here, man.
To me, it goes back into that Mr. Shout out to J. Kemp. It goes back into that Mr. situation where seeing him hold on to that tree, you know what I'm saying? When Mr. come out, the kids is looking at him like, what the heck is this dude doing beating on the girls? So again, like, to me, I like the fact that it was like an equal thing. Like the woman was doing some stuff, the guys doing some stuff, and they both calling each other out. But again, this is the stuff that we see in our culture. And then the other thing too is, would you see a Asian, Indian, or even a white artist depicting this part of their culture and putting a light on it?
I think the key thing that you said is, or at least the word is see. You're not going to see it, but it definitely takes place. In their own way.
We know it takes place.
But I wanted to clarify. But it's not. To your point, though, to be more direct to your to answer your question, you're not going to see a representation of this in their music. No,
not in their music, but maybe in like script somewhere. It might be like a small.
I would argue even probably not even that.
The only reason why I said that,
maybe like some. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying because you have some like dark shows now. Like there's a lot of dark scripts out there that the other delegation is a part of that highlight some of that stuff, because we'll be like, oh damn, she's crazy, or damn, he's crazy. Why is he going over here about to body the neighbor for no reason? But that goes on though, man. You know what I'm saying? So some of it they do touch on. They just they sell it differently. They advertise it differently to the audience, but it's there. It's just it's in that dark script, but it's there.
But this was a deep video, man, because I also know a lot of cast men, male and female, that are African American, who don't mess with the opposite sex because they're like, well, they can't. Most people that I meet from our culture come from these environments, and so they don't know how to build. If I do get with them, we're going to be arguing because they don't know how to fix problems and compromise. So again, I think this is where we need to start. I'm glad this song exists. So maybe you can have the conversation again. This is what Kevin Samuels, in my opinion, was trying to touch on, man, which is, hey, man, I know you want a high value dude, but the $40,000 cat is going to hold you down. If you're a woman and you get with a man who wants to work, you hit the lotto. If you find a woman who wants to build with you and can compromise with you, you hit the lotto. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, man, these people are so hard to find, and they don't really match up like that. So again, love the conversation. Visuals was dope. Hard to watch, but I wish we could get like a silver lining of, hey, man, out of these situations, how can you basically kind of work it out where you can start building? Because at the end of the day, our culture has to start loving each other on both sides, and it starts in the household, and it starts with who you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. We have to also in conjunction with what you just lastly said, Iceberg. We are all that we got. You know what I'm saying, and that's the mindset that we have to begin to harness, regardless of
it's true.
Circumstances.
That's 100% the punk community.
Yeah. But
that rainbow community probably has a lot of those images. Eminem brought it into the hip hop spaces also. So,
Yeah. Going to be canceled to a certain degree. Yeah, but let's just let's oh, wow. I'm glad that this got addressed. Like you said, it was hard to watch, but it was very necessary to have put out here. You know what I'm saying? Very necessary.
But again, like J.K. was saying
and
before,
the song title too, man, is
right. We cry together. But this thing, from Mr. to Baby Boy to all the other movies we've saw doing this, man. Again, where is the rebuttal? Where is the?
And I think that needs to be the next step moving forward.
Yeah.
Which from like you said, I know you stated that Kevin tried to try to serve as that solution and so forth, or whoever else in whatever capacity. But it starts with addressing the problem, no different than a AA meeting, and then moving toward those steps in order for a solution to take place.
Well, and
so it's solution time.
Let's be clear. A lot of people take advantage of the dysfunction that we have in our community and profit off of it.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they're plugging both sides. They're doing the whole, black women empowerment. Don't focus on anybody. Just focus on yourself. Self-care. And then you have the other side of it where, in my opinion, they got us where they just want us to be dope boys and gangsters all the damn time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all they show with us, man. So again, I love what Kendrick's doing. I want to see more. You know what I'm saying? Long story short.
Yeah.
You know
and I think if he's bold enough to do this, he's definitely bold enough to put out the solution. I mean, because the whole album is really about things that's difficult to accept. Because even when he was talking about the aunt, you know what I'm saying, being the he-she type.
He-she?
We all got that same type of stuff in our families, man. Like,
and if you don't, you lying.
Exactly. And I think that's the first thing that people have to do is just admit these things exist, because we be trying to act like they don't, or we get sidetracked, like I was saying earlier.
Just like a AA meeting.
We end up diving into social media. We dive into TikTok, things that make us feel good. All that type of stuff, man. Nah, we need to tackle these issues head on and understand that they do exist and acknowledge. The first step is to acknowledge and accept.
First step.
The first step.
And
but like Iceberg said, we definitely need the solution rebuttal. That's it's so necessary.
And honestly, for you guys that are still tuned into this live video, this is part of the solution. Just hearing black men just talk about the fact that it exists and the solution. You know what I'm saying? We do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't from an ego stance. But it's from a standpoint of knowing that, hey, I don't have to necessarily look for somebody else to provide the solution. If K-Dot does, great. But if not, the person in the mirror can do it.
Right.
But like Touch was saying, man, that auntie video is going, if he does the video for that, the auntie diary,
that's gonna touch a whole. I hope he does, man. Like I want to see all that stuff. I want to see all that stuff, man.
Right.
That's gonna hit
again.
Home.
Shout out to Kendrick, man. Yeah. He's been killing, man. You got to salute.
Yeah,
King,
salute
man.
to that dude, man.
Yeah,
to me, it reinforces how great that album really was, man. It reinforces.
And my thing, man, we cry together, no doubt, but we got to start building together. We got to start loving together, man.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that I want to see, man. Like, we can talk about all the toxicity all day long. Now we got to talk about how we basically get over it, because nobody's been able to do that.
Our boy Joe Claire even kind of had like a little joint. Kind of like
shout out to Joe, man.
Like a love together type of joint. Shout out to Joe, man. Salute to you, brother. You the reason why
we gotta talk about that album drop.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Patriot, the original and the new Rhapsody. FRSHOUT.
We gotta talk about some music real quick before we get out of here. Real quick, we got 4 tracks, man. We supposed to hit these on Saturday, but we're gonna hit them today, man. We gotta talk about our guy 38 Special, man, Rochester, man, all day long.
Shout out to
this
Upstate.
Is almost the same thing we was just talking about, man. The painful single that he just dropped with Freeway, Philly Freeway, and our girl Shay Noir. This is coming on his 7 Shots joint. What was your thoughts on this record, man? Because he was, I mean, like, first of all, Shay Noir came through, started the whole situation, like talking about like what she would do if she would. Now. Yeah, she was basically talking about what she would do if she could talk to her old self.
Yep.
Crazy verse, man. But what was y'all thoughts on this?
Nah, you basically took the words out of my mouth. I was about to really just drop Shay some love, man. Like, she continues to hit that. She's bullseye from Marvel right now. She's hitting that. She's hitting that target.
Oh, bullseye, boy.
And
bullseye.
And 38 Special continues to kill it with the production, the bars, like all that, man. Like, matter of fact, man, while I'm on this subject, shout out to Upstate New York for holding down hip hop right now. Rochester, Buffalo, anywhere in between. It's a ton of artists.
It is
getting slept on,
right,
man. And this thing, no
right
mainstream radio holding them down either.
No, and they flooding the streets, bro, with bangers, man. Like
that's our challenge to Funkmaster Flex. Start playing some of these dudes that y'all haven't been playing lately.
Exactly, man. Start playing some of this is where
our challenge is
hip-hop.
start playing some of these cats, man. Start playing rock, 38 Special, Shade Noir.
Hip hop lives. It lives upstate right now too. Like you can't deny it. But that's why I love what they doing. They flooding us with this. Like you can't deny it, man. But
gracefully.
Yeah, but shout out to great song though, man. It's just I'm
definitely
looking forward, man, to the LP and hearing it all the way through, man.
Can we say that covers gangster, man, with the gun and the skull joint? It's crazy.
Super gangster, man. But shout out to Rochester's own, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shout out to Rochester 30
and Freeway too.
Freeway, Sherry Noir. Yeah. They all rep, and it was nice. It was really nice to hear this combination of hip-hop artists on 38 Special's song here. And particularly to summarize their thoughts and experiences regarding grief in their lives. Shay Noir, for example, and Iceberg just hit on this. She was wishing she could talk to her younger self, and if she could, she would say to slow it down, talk through her grief, as opposed to attempting to numb it down with alcohol and such. 38 Special, he talked about coming from the school of hard knocks. Spoke about his moments being locked up in the Arm & Hammer trap house days and such. And then Freeway, he, talked about, just us being at war and, the struggle of constant sinning, certain personalities not deserving him and the fact that they'll need him before he needs them and so forth. So, which by the way, it does sound like Freeway's voice is deepened since his prime days with Rockefeller, at least on this track, but I don't know if that's an actuality. Hey man, great song on 38 Special's 7 Shots album, which actually drops in a couple days from this live date, September 7th.
I will have it.
I know you'll have it, bro. I know you'll have it.
But might be bars of the week, maybe. We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see on that.
Long story short, man, I think you add this to your playlist. I think this song is dope.
I think so too. Absolutely.
Man, we gotta talk about this. Is Jay Camp's just time to shine, man. This is Freddie Gibbs is just, and I had to put Indiana here to represent Freddie. To me, we definitely embrace him. We love Freddie, man, coming from our home state. Let's be clear.
Freddie's
what was your thoughts, man? On because I got one thing I didn't like about this record.
Yeah,
it wasn't Freddie though. But what's your thoughts, man, on his new single "Too Much"? I love the whole casino swag.
Yep.
I thought the video was funny, man, with the girls in the back pillow fighting.
Yep.
What was your thoughts on this, Jay Camp, man? This pretty much is your stage, man.
Those were real quick. Them girls were funny. Hey, yeah. And then they was like,
whatever.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. RP this kid. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in power, man.
Long story short, man. What was your thoughts on this joint, man?
I only had one beef, really. I love the record. It's a swaggy record. Freddie can always kill them swaggy records. My
he can.
Only beef. He was riding the beat. Like, this is Busta Ludacris style type of riding the beat. Like, shout out to Freddie for that. The bars was dope. I was digging the beat too. Like I said, to be like a swag type of record. This was jamming. Like, this is what I want to.
Yeah.
To me, it like the Migos type cats need to be taking notes. Like, if you trying to make them swaggy type records, Gibbs is showing you how to do it. But only one beef that I had.
What's that?
You are in a beef. Like, I need to hear you go in, because like when you beefing with a dude, you got to come with some heat. Like, like that type. And not to say that this record was heat, but I need to hear a different type of record though. I need to.
You're talking about giving the energy of what you're talking about needs to be better, or displayed differently.
I think the energy, like, to me, my first single is going to be kind of like that. That coming out hard. That
clap back joint.
It's got to be a clap back. Like, even like Ja and
Fifth.
Johnny, I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I mean, I need that type of song first from Freddie. Like you
don't put out a radio single when you beefing right now.
Nah, you can't put out a radio single right now when you beefing. I love the record. Again,
okay.
My only beef was I need that I'm here. Like y'all not about to y'all not about to head chop me. I'm doing the head chopping. Like I wanted to hear that record first.
The rabbit got the guns.
I need.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting thing to hear, man, and dope perspective. Iceberg, I'd like for you to go next if you don't mind, brother, because I like to hear your grievance.
This record was dope. I think what J. Kim said. Hey, man, as a Freddie fan, you want him to basically come out with the clapper joint.
Yeah,
but swinging. as far as a radio record, it's cool, no doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue for me was Moneybagg Yo's verse was boo boo. Let's be clear. You only got Moneybagg Yo because he's the hot nigga right now, and you basically trying to get into all those
chargers on the record, to be honest,
that are doing donuts in the intersection. You know what I'm saying?
Freddie was going so hard on there.
And Freddie changed the flow up. He was flowing. He changed the bars up. He changed the delivery up. I loved it. Killed it. The swag was dope. When Moneybagg Yo came on, it's almost like, hey, man, we need a verse, man. Who's hot? Man, we need to get in those challengers like DJ Khaled. Let's put on Moneybagg Yo. Throw him 50,000, send him the joint. You can tell they didn't do it together. You can tell that he just sent the joint and then he sent it back. It was trash.
Was, definitely a second issue that I had. I agree with that. The only reason why I didn't address it was because, again, it was the swaggy record to kind of boost the attention to it.
Yeah, man. It's to get the attention off the heat, too.
Yeah.
It's probably strategic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But to me, again, swaggy record, thought it was dope. The Moneybagg Yo just didn't match, man. I would have rather put on Wale or somebody like that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that can give you that casino swag. I can see Big Sean on the joint, you know what I'm saying? Prefer than Dude.
That's a whole lot of dudes.
That's my only gripe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Bebo.
Thanks. No, both of your grievances, for lack of better wording, definitely makes sense, man. I definitely would have liked to have heard like either a harder record or something more on the lines of what he and ALC's done, saying at least as a first release. But either way, this I like this one, as a swaggy record, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, I think the sample sounds like that DeBar song, All This Love. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong,
he's
bad.
He's great for doing that too. He's great for finding like the R&B sample.
Yeah, he is.
To rock on, man. Like I think that's part of his like Gary / Chicago area roots. Like a lot of them cats like Twista. He's from that school.
And it's funny you mentioned Twista.
Great job of doing finding those R&B. Because even Vic, shout out to Vic. Vic had a couple of joints like that too.
Shout out to Vic, man.
Yeah.
Peace. No, but I think that Freddie Gibbs.
I like that touch too. I like that touch. Like he didn't have it. It was just him swaggy. It wasn't the crew joint.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. The focus was on Freddie. That's a great analysis or great observation. And it didn't even sound like Freddie Gibbs stopped to take a breath during his flow.
No,
it had Twista vibes. It had some Twista
vibes. It did.
Twista, like it was no pause, no break. He was just going.
Right.
Man. That's why
the flow was, and that's why when Moneybagg Yo came in, it's like
the flow and all that was crazy, man. Like I said.
Yeah. And I think go ahead. I'm sorry, J.
No, I'm just gonna say, like when it's wartime, I need to hear like the horns.
You need a 180.
I need the triumphant horns, man.
He needed to drop an ether or the back-to-back kind of. Even if he did a back-to-back kind of song like the Drake joint, more respect, man.
All day. But regarding the video, I like the song. You know what I'm saying? I like the casino video concept because we all know that casinos don't like when a walk-in walks or when a walk-in wins too much money. So it's like, okay, it can't be, it ain't too much this, there ain't too much that in terms of the song, but it matched up with the visuals of the video. You know what I'm saying? Because he ended up walking out with the bread, regardless of what, folks behind the scenes were trying to do, staff wise. So ultimately, like, I think this would have definitely been dope as a second single, but since it's the first one, it still works. So
yeah, it still works.
It still works. So
we still gonna rock with Freddie.
And absolutely we're gonna rock with Freddie. And this is the type of news that we love to talk about when it comes to Freddie Gibbs or Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? Not so much anything negative. So to you, Freddie Gibbs, man, you did a great job.
Absolutely.
You pulled a solid on this one. And we can't wait to hear your album.
Killed that flow, at the end of the month, man. Again,
he did kill the flow. Yeah, flow was butter.
Yeah,
flow was butter. If y'all haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Like button and notification bell. You are now tuned into Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast, Rap City, no basement.
Hey man, my fault, man. I think we got some power stuff going on over here.
No,
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
You was briefly out, but me and Bebo had it.
It's all good. It's all good.
But no, I don't know what you guys.
And hit those super chats. Yeah. Don't forget the super chats.
Hey, again, if you love what our guys are doing, man, hit the Fresh Out show. Cash App, man, hit the like, comment, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys, man. Again, we're monetized, man. So hit them super stickers, chats, them super thanks, man. Show us some love, man. We've been doing this, man, for 3 years. So man, we trying to keep it rolling, man. So you guys are support me even on the likes, but the monetary joint even helps and even more. So but long story short, what's the last thoughts on this Too Much, man, from Freddie Gibbs?
Like we said, man. I mean, we both really liked the single. Well, I should say the first cut off the album, which just was the second one, kind of like Bebo P said. But look, I mean, this is hard. You can't deny it. I mean, both of y'all made great points. Moneybagg Yo, the beat is crazy. The flow is just crazier, man. Like I said, shout out to Freddie. He continues to. I feel like he's been one of them cats that's been like a step ahead. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's been a step ahead, like with the Pinata, the Fettuccine, like both of those albums I felt easily could have been albums of
Shout out to Nightmare coming through, man.
Piece of Nightmare, man. I feel like Freddie's probably on his way to another one of them type of albums, man. He's another dude who he can't miss. He's hitting them targets, man. He's bullseye.
He's definitely bullseye.
Well, listen, I could have heard definitely Earth Gang on this joint. I could have heard JID on the joint. So shout out to Power 500.
Yeah, could have heard Cole.
I could have heard Cole on there too, man. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of Dave East, though.
Yeah,
speaking of Dave East,
man, Power 500. Thank you, brother.
Power 500 with the transition.
Yeah, man. Oh, hold on. My transition over messed up. Come on, joint messed up.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Speaking of Dave East, man, we got to talk about his new single, man. He been dropping a lot of singles, no albums, and the mixtapes is kind of, my first Sony. But Dave East dropped this gangster record. I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was cool. It's a street record. But before I go in, man, what's your thoughts, man, just on this record real quick, man?
I like the clean simplicity of the video. You got the on the block swag, you know what I'm saying? Dave East, he had his brothers toasting with the styrofoam cups, wine or alcohol glasses at a round table function, or something fancy, but just hood style. He talked about in his verse, a family getting clipped for 5 bricks somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He, which is gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just gangster, which is the title of the song. But you know what I'm saying? He talked about maneuvering to the point where the New York Jakes couldn't find anything on him if he gets pulled over and so forth. Just real gangster-ish. But what's also gangsta on the flip side is when he mentioned certain like aspects of wisdom, like mentioning not taking advice from cats that don't have the results to show it. Getting his daughter lit at school by putting her on his album covers, just so she can get shine from their peers and so forth. And just factors of that, just statements of that, like, you know what I'm saying? He flowed. I think he flowed pretty well throughout the whole joint, man.
Now we know Dave can spit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the flow, even though not just the words, but the flow. But you guys might have a different opinion, but I think he did well for this
before J Camp goes in, man. My biggest gripe, the record. We know Dave can spit, man. He been spitting for a long time. The problem is, man, who is this Negro's hit boy? Who is this dude going to basically sit down and start crafting music with instead of just grabbing beats, man, from anybody and just basically just making some goofy stuff? Like it's not sticking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's just making a whole bunch of random joints. And it's almost like a dude that can hoop, but you just going to Rucker, man, just to play around. Go to the league, man. Get you a fitness trainer. Get you a chef. Get your body in shape and start practicing for the league, man. You're basically just wasting all these clips, man, on goofy stuff. Drop some albums. Where's the legacy? Yeah, you can win the playoff. You can win some games in the regular season. Where is the playoff run, man? He's almost like Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? We need the playoff run, man. We need to see what you can do and lead a team. At the end of the day, man, like I see the bars. I see what he's doing. He can spit, man. The ladies love him, but I think sometimes maybe he's like, look, I got a bag from the TV show. I got, little shows here and there. I'm connected to the right people. I'm smoking blunts. I got girls. Who cares? And to me, we want to see more from Dave East, man. This record to me is a glimpse of what he could be if he really goes in. But I think he needs to kind of get on a Rock Marciano kind of thing where get with one producer, drop a project, go to another situation, get with a producer, drop a project. I can see him being like a New York Currency, man, where he's just dropping some joints, man, but he's got to start crafting the sound. We know he can spit, but the sound ain't there. What's your thoughts, J. Camp?
Nah, you just killed that. I mean, I was basically going to say the same exact thing, man. I think he needs to get with a producer that can really make him shine because, like you said, Dave East is supremely talented. Like,
Facts.
Nobody's questioning his skill on the mic. Like that's not even like a question. I just feel like sometimes he just has duds. I'm not saying that this one is a dud, but we just got done talking about like people like some of these upstate cats. I almost feel like it would be perfect for him if he was like kind of in some of those camps, man. Can you imagine him with like 38 Special them, like with 38 Special production, like some of the cast are like Stove God Cooking him is working with like a lane that Dave East would body. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's now the Beloved too. We do need a Beloved too. I agree.
Right. I agree with that.
I agree with that, man. I mean, I think though, like you said, Iceberg, he's trying to diversify, but I think, man, you just need to really stick to a couple of like really good producers, man, who can really you can just eat off of.
And I agree with both of you brothers highlighting that. Just moving forward, hopefully he finds whatever lane it is that serves as his ultimate niche. I do think at the same time that a song like this might, it still serves, at least to me, as a hold me over until, or hopefully
it is,
until at least he can kind of get to that point of finding his hit boy or hit boy to Nas or his DJ Primo to Guru or whatever the case may be. And hopefully he seeks that out. But if he doesn't, hey, we just shout out to Dave East.
First of all, we need to get Dave on the show. Number one. Number two, man, we Dave East fans. I think honestly, if you really go back and look at his psyche, man, before Nipsey passed away, they were about to do a collabo album, and he's never been the same. He's never been the same since, man. Since Nipsey was gone.
That's a good
point.
And
I think Nipsey's passing hurt a lot of cats, and Dave East is one of those dudes. And to me, man, I wish if they did record anything, I wish he just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Drop it. Come out with that Nipsey, Salute album or project. And I think, man, he can move on. But I think ever since Nip passed, man, it hurt him, man. Real talk, man.
Yeah, it hurt a lot of people, man. It hurt a lot of us. So I can understand that, man, if that's the case, man. So hey, he's keeping it pushing nonetheless, man. He's doing what he's got to do.
And Dave is still out here working hard too. So,
no, he's doing his thing.
So we know his pen is still sharp.
Yeah. We talked about him not long ago on that Snoop joint earlier this year. That I got to get that money, got to get that money.
Yeah, he killed that joint. Yeah. So we know he can make. You know he can make hit records, man. You know,
and I think to Bruce's to Nightmare's point too. He did have that joint that was produced by primarily producers that was actually dope.
Yep.
I was going to mention too, like, you know, again, salute to Vic. When we said when you have the ability to pick great producers like the Big Ghost Stage, the Sunny Gems, so you know what I'm saying, like those type of dudes.
It's like finding the best person in order to formulate the ultimate marriage.
Fact.
Man,
whether it's like, one producer or whether it's at least a
exactly few. And I feel like that's one of the things that I got to give Vic his flowers for. He's been able to carefully craft and choose like what he knows would just make him shine. And I feel like Dave is just rocking on whatever he wants to rock on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like he'll take like the beat. I don't want to say the first beat, but maybe a beat that he ain't really feeling, but he just does it anyway, just to get the bars off. But I'm just like, nah, man, like be picky. It's cool to be picky, man. I want to see him be that type of dude now. Like be picky, man. Like,
well, and this thing that he can do the street records, like the one he did with Nas on that what I forgot what
I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name myself.
I forgot the name of the song he did with Nas, but then I know Power 500 knows it. But then the song that he did with Jacquees, which is weird, but he did a song alone with the Jodeci sample, that Phoenix joint.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. That was cold. It was crazy. So you know he can make those records too.
Yeah. And that just goes to show all somebody to be produced in most cases. So produced like,
and that was like not even a big producer case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Godfather 4, man, that survival project that he dropped. Yeah. But him and did the Godfather 4 with Nas. That's to me one of the best records he's ever done. Yes, man, I knew Power 500.
That joint that he had with Game too. 4, man. That joint he had with Game was hard body too.
It was.
My goodness.
I want to see him do well, man. I want to see Dave E shine, man. Real talk.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. We got one more joint, man. We gotta talk about the baby looking like Goofy off of Mickey Mouse Club. He just came out with a song called Detox, man. This dude's trying to do anything to get that Atlanta DA off his behind. He's giving free sneakers, free backpacks. He sat down with I can't even say the name, man. What I want to say. He sat down with the little governor,
Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams. Yeah, I was gonna say she was somebody's sister, but
stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody's sister. But either or, he even sat down with Abrams. So you know he gave Abram a bag too. You know she got a bag from Lil Baby. So long story short, he's doing anything to stay out that slammer with that Young Thug slime joint. You know what I'm saying? A gunner. But he dropped his Detox joint, man. Sound extra baby. But what was y'all thoughts, man, on this joint?
Man.
I think first of all,
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, I like Lil Baby. I mean, I want to be clear and say that. Like,
First of all, you sound like a lady at church is like, "Come on, baby. You know we love Sister Patty, but she's messing up them pews."
Yeah, because you know my butt's about to be. But like you said, this song is hot dog water. Like it's not
the hot dog, not the ghetto steaks that Iceberg was talking about.
The reason why I say it kind of disappointed me because Lil Baby got a lot of really good like radio records, man. Like,
he does.
If you was to put Lil Baby in the verses against some of these other young dudes, he would body him.
He can spit when he wants to with them little chicklet joints.
He can. He's got a lot of great features and just records on the radio.
I mean,
he does. But this one here is not in that class of some of his best work. Like
right.
Maybe this was like what you call Iceberg, just the filler records where you trying to fulfill a contract so you can get out.
Well, and this is the thing. This is supposed to be QC's Quality Control's biggest dude. You drop Migos for this dude, and to me, Offset dropped better records than this joint. Let's be clear. This joint is trash. And you know they spent some money on that video too.
100%.
This joint is trash. Offset dropped better music. And we talking about, first of all, we're not talking about hip hop right now. We talking about rap or whatever you want to call it. This is
100%. Offset has dropped his 2 records that he's dropped is better than this.
The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or whatever.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he dropped that one with Money Back Yo.
He's
swaggy. Bobby Brown, the new reincarnation Bobby Brown, he's killing him right now.
And both of them joints is better than this.
Yeah, I hope Gonna get out too, man. You know, but he's just sitting with them boots if he get out.
Yeah, but I mean, but Lil Baby got records, man. Like he
can spit when he wants to. Let's be clear. This song is trash.
I won't hold this against him, but don't do it again.
Well, this thing, it sounds like an ESPN, like we got to make an ESPN anthem, man. So football players can play this song when they're getting ready to come out the tunnel. This is a tunnel record. We need something for the athletes. This is garbage, man.
Yeah, this ain't it, man. But shout out to Lil Baby though.
Nightmare said that Trap and B.
Wow.
Basically, wow. It's basically if you have one of them slow and serious joints, like you got like a Nissan Altima with the big pipe on the back, and you want to do donuts in the intersection, man. This is your record, man. This is for you. This is for you right here. This is for you, man. It's slow, not fast and furious, but slow and serious.
You said you got the claim. That's what.
Yeah, you got a Civic. You got a Civic with a plastic hood.
Wow.
And then pipes that you can get off Amazon. Keep going though, Bebo.
I didn't even start yet. Stop. Not with the pipes in the back.
LB the Power Father.
In the pipes.
Go ahead though. Bebo.
Oh man. First off, man, this might be a get off my lawn old man swag.
No, go ahead.
But no, I mean just in the fact that when I auto-tune or whatever audio effects some of these cats, use to vocalize on track. Yeah, I guess, man. Hey, it's just too hard for me to make out. You know what I'm saying? Personally. So after I peeped this video for the first time, I actually had to look up the lyrics on Google to find out what in the world this dude's talking about. It's definitely, man. And then I'm glad I did, because the overall message of what he was rapping to me didn't really fully match or totally match well with some of the visuals on the video, because, for example, he's saying on his track that he's on detox from a fever for the next few days in the hook, yet you see him in a scene, some kind of yoga instructor with nothing but females, right? And then the outfit he wore in the scene where I guess it's supposed to be some kind of sales room or whatever, he was kind of down. I'm just saying, if you look at the scene also where he's in that sales room or business room or whatever, and he's in that all black with the little shorts or whatever, it looked sus to me.
So basically, Bebo B's make it make sense, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it just, exactly. Make it make sense, because you supposed to be the boss in the room, but kind of looking the opposite.
Little sus.
You know what I'm saying? Little sus.
Hold on. Let's be clear.
I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying
this is his junior album. He came out with Harder Than Ever 2018, My Turn 2020. This is the next album is going to be It's Only Me. And my thing is, this might be the Jinx joint. This is the volume 3 for Jay-Z joint. You know what I'm saying? With the Mariah Carey singles and all that joint, like the Snoopy joint with it's just that Jinx joint that you think you on top of the game and you come out with the dud. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you can make anything and it's going to sell. It's almost like when the Baby came out with them last records, man. It's straight trash because he thought he's calling himself Billboard Baby, and now you're only selling 500 tickets.
Dang. Drop a bomb for yourself, brother. Dang. Shots fired, bombs drop. Hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell.
So to me, it's that Nostradamus album. He's about to drop a Nostradamus album. You know what I'm saying? with all the because he's like, oh, I got the girls, I've smashed Sweetie, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've outpaced the Migos, you know, Q.
But that Volume 3 was not on that Ghetto Superstar level, though. I will say that Ghetto Superstar is pretty much that's bottom of the barrel. That's the
throw it in there, man.
That's the angel share, like it's what they say, like in the bourbon barrel when the angels get their share, that was a Ghetto Superstar.
But again, to me, this is and you would think, because if we're talking about, you know, Challenger, Dodge Challenger, like Mopar music, you know what I'm saying? You would think there's no Young Thug, there's no Gunner.
You gotta own a Dodge to understand.
You gotta own a Dodge, man, to play this joint. There's no Lil Baby, there's no Gunner, there's
Mopar.
no Mopar music, dog. You gotta have some accessories to play this joint. The Migos are basically broken up. You have a clear lane. This is your time to shine, right?
Yeah,
but it's almost like a Game of Thrones situation where King Baratheon, or what was his name, man? They got killed by the board joint.
Yeah, yep, Baratheon, yep, that was
Baratheon. You're living too high off the hog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you over here
just
playing the game.
Because he got killed by the hog.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Exactly. You got killed by the hog, which I think Cersei probably set him up, though. You know what I'm saying? But Cersei set him up, though. You know what I'm saying? With that green juice. Yeah. But
sorry, wildfire.
Yeah, we going nerdy on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I think real talk, Little Baby, it should be nothing but fire. You're coming off that little Staying Alive crap. You had to drop something for the streets.
You know what? You're right, because he has basically all of the rose petals laid out on his, you know, before his feet. So metaphorically speaking, of course. So you're right, bro. He should have had the hottest beat that whatever production team was available. They should.
Cardi B dropping hotter records than him.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So. Hey. 100%. We'll see,
dude.
Well.
The next project he's dropping is called "It's Only Me."
Well, let me ask you this, fellas. With that said, this "It's Only Me" project and continues down this same or similar trajectory as
500 tickets.
This track, then so much 500 tickets. Then do you think that this will be a ha I told you so from Offset?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You guys let us know in the comment section below what y'all think.
Yeah, this is I think he's feeling himself. This is not a Carter 3 situation where you bring out your best on your third joint.
Definitely not his best.
I think this is gonna be a straight flid-dop because he's feeling himself too much. Yeah, it's gonna be double wood. It's gonna be definitely a weed plate. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a weed plate. Throw that joint. Just throw it. You know what I'm saying? As hard as you can. Like,
just throw that grinder.
Joint. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, man. Yeah. This is bad. This is bad, man.
Well, for all the Little Baby fans and folks that let's hope that he produces better songs moving forward for this. It's Only Me.
I mean, we already gave Baby his flowers. We said that he's got a lot of heavy records.
Well, but all it takes is just Thanos moment.
But we know
because that's the kind of music he makes. He's making Mopar music. You don't make classic hits.
That's exactly what we're saying. Right. So of course, we know the Mopar can go out at any time.
That Mopar though,
you know, it can go out at any time. So you at some point,
Mad Frisbee.
You know, but we know that's like you skating on thin ice music.
I mean, this track is that CGI twerk hashtag Seahawk, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. But shout out to Baby though. You know.
Little Baby, yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
Good question, Power. I have no clue what happened to Shorty.
I don't either.
But she was definitely she was on a couple of records.
She was on the record joints. And she's hot too. Let's be clear. She's I would do the We Cry Together situation with her.
He's talking about the end of the video, folks.
But at the end of the day, you know, to me, let's be clear, Lil Baby co-directed this video too. So again, I think he's getting to a play where like
that doesn't make it any better.
No, exactly. So what I'm saying is he's understanding the game. So I'm gonna co-produce my video so I can save some money. He's looking at almost like Lil Bibby did, where he started saying, "Hey, let me get Juice WRLD and fall back a little bit because now I'm understanding the business." Because who's he with all day long? He's with dude at QC all day long. You know what I'm saying? He's with P. So P's teaching him the game on how to get the money. So now it's like I'm not caring about the quality of the music. When you understand the business, sometimes it messes up just the average flow of how you make music. So to me, I think he's learning the game, and so he's also falling back on that music and that quality because it's like, well, I can drop anything right now, and I look like Goofy.
That's sad too, Pablo.
And it goes from there. Yeah, it seems like
City Girls,
Lil Baby.
Nah, that's facts, right bro. Yeah. That's facts, power.
Yeah,
and yeah, great.
And Sus Diddy's probably smashing all of them, and Sus Diddy's probably smashing everybody on the roster. So. Anyway, man, this is not. Don't put this in your playlist unless you have a Mopar parts account. You're on eBay Motors. Get this joint. If not,
man, if you're on eBay Motors, you might get Charlie Hustle too. You might be somebody from the Philippines. Like, I'll give you this Mazda for $7,000. You'd be like,
shoot, $7,000 with this quality song. Shoot, forget $7,000. We're talking about $7,000. We're talking about $700.
This got to be fake. Yeah, my mom's about to pass away next week. I have it for $7,000. Man, they be doing that on eBay, man. Hard. eBay. He said eBay Motors. That just made me think. Man, you got people on there just scheming on there.
Long story short, if you have black ice as that little tree in your car, this is the song you want to play. So that if you got that black ice in there, and you collect them too, so you don't get rid of them, you just keep on adding them to your mirror. Long story short, man, if we got out here, we've been here for 2 hours. This is one of the longest shows we've done. We're giving y'all some heavy hitters, man, out here, man, on a holiday. And you know, Cass got to go into the office tomorrow.
DJ Holiday.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Right. Any shout outs, man, if we get up out of here, man.
Man, as always, man, shout out to Power, Touch, Nightmare, all the other Fresh Out family rocking with us.
So much Fresh Out family.
That's what we do, man. We chop it up. We talk hip hop. We laugh. We cry together sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Man, when we talk on these serious subjects, man. But real talk though, man. Appreciate you guys as always, man, for tapping in, man. We salute each and every one of you. Absolutely.
Hey, we do this for y'all. Without you guys, there is no Fresh Out. Shout out to you brothers as well. Go ahead and support us. Subscribe button, notification bell, like button, super chats. We appreciate y'all for giving hours of your time, holiday time, day off, time frame, just which could be given to family or just loved ones or whoever. We definitely appreciate that. Definitely continue to be safe out there because we have been and still are in some very interesting times. Right. Much love to all of our supporters and much love to even all of our haters. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and rock with us. Fresh Out, world's most dangerous podcast, Rap City, no base. Take us home.
The other thing too, man, is join our new group, man, Hip Hop Junkies, man. So if you love hip hop, this is where you go to get it.
Yes.
Camp's posting, I'm posting, Bebo P's posting. I think Nightmare, you gotta start posting on it. I made you a moderator, man. So start posting on there. But basically, man, the dudes who know hip hop are basically dropping articles, photos, videos, anything hip hop, man. Go there, man, and understand the game. This is where we jumping off everything before we do shows. Go there, man. Hip Hop Junkies, man. Go check it out. But again, LB the Power Father, man, like always, man. Devon, man, Mike 100, man, North Carolina, Les Dog, Red Pill, Les Dog, Janetta Swag.
N-words.
Everybody, man, has been holding us down, man. The numbers, man, that we've been getting are crazy. And also DJ Scanless, man, for dropping the videos, man, in his joint. Again, DJ Scanless, man, he got the game on lock, man. We learned the game from him. According to Hip Hop, man, Rap Roundtable,
Hip Hop VCR,
Hip Hop VCR, man. Again, dude, I got the Hip Hop VCR Jay-Z on my joint. Y'all can cop those little discers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip Hop VCR, man. Again, always holding us down, man. But again, day ones all day long, man. We love what we do. We getting paid for it now. So hey, man, show our guys some love on the Cash App. Super chat, super stickers, man. $1, $2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get it in, man. But again, 99 cents. But yeah, hit that hip hop junkies, man. This is what we're gonna be talking hip hop all day. We'll be back here Wednesday, 9:30. J Kemp, Bebo P, man. Hopefully, LB the Power Father, man. He's on the MCL joint. Hopefully, he can get off that leg, man, and get back down with us too.
Not the MCL.
He heard the MCL. You know what I'm saying? Not the restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
not
I thought that's what you were saying.
The
I thought you
ligament.
were talking about the MCL restaurant. I'm about
if
to say
he had the ACL, he'd be down for a minute.
Yeah. Hey,
I thought you were talking about the restaurant swag.
Nightmare. You can post, man. Post up in that joint, man. So anybody's a moderator, man. Start posting
all day.
We want to show
Shout
some
out
love,
to the
man.
coalition.
If you got some. If you doing some anybody, man, if y'all got some stuff to promote it. We want people to promote in our group, man. You know, if you clown, we gonna holler at you. But we want to promote hip hop in there, man, and what Cass is doing. We want Cass to stop working, get off these slave shit, man, so we can actually start making some our own loot. So if you're selling soap, you're selling tapes, put them in there so we can cop. You know what I'm saying? So
with good professionalism, though.
Too. I thought you said you selling dope.
Not just any old.
Got that weight. You trying to move that weight? Hit the hip hop junkie. You know what I'm saying? So, J. Kemp, take us home, man.
Love.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man. Much love to y'all. Check us out Wednesday because we're gonna be here loud and proud. We're gonna have something real good for you. Working to line up some guests too real soon. I'm sure everybody's gonna be feeling so.
Oh, don't think we just got done stopping for good now.
Yeah, nah. We got some good.
We wait for everybody to put their kids back in school. That's what we waiting on.
Yeah,
we got some good stuff in the pike, man. But
goody.
Pause. But
right.
Diddy.
But anyhow, as always, Iceberg, Bebo P, J Kemp, the Pie Father.
Yeah.
We out here.
Peace.